my question, and it's a good one if you ask me. So, not that now yours is bad. So my question is, what's better, an original concept movie or a sequel to like an iconic franchise? What do you think?
I think you're asking this to me on purpose because I stand on those originals. I hold up originals so highly. It creates the atmosphere, it creates the characters, it creates everything. The sequels are cool because they expand upon everything, usually a little bit more budget. There's usually a little more fun when it comes to the sequels because they found out what you want in the original and then they play off of that. But there's something about that creating the creative idea and creating the atmosphere and creating this. I just think it's better. I just think it's better.
Okay, but what about Halloween 2018, right? Like where you don't have
2018 if you don't have 1978.
Oh, of course, but
is the movie? I mean, it's got more money than 1978 ever had, right? So it's got a lot of advantages, and it already has the stuff created. It can just make it better.
Right, but that's kind of some of the fun to it. Now, listen, I no matter what, I'm with you. An original concept movie, to me, is the best. When they don't fumble the original concept, because that's always the worst. There's a lot of great original concepts out there that we'll never see, something to. But I feel like there's just a couple one-offs in there. And a lot of it is in these iconic series. Halloween just comes to mind because it's the most recent.
Yep.
But we even watched one last week where the Blob remake, right? Like, I mean, It was
30 years later. It was time type thing.
Right, but is the original concept better than like that sequel?
No,
you know what I mean?
It wasn't. And I'll throw another one out there. And I don't think necessarily this movie's better, but it plays into what you have, and I have it written down here. So the original Hellraiser didn't really have Pinhead up front. He had a very short part of the movie. It was more about the box and the draw to the box, and it's taking you to hell. The guy wasn't even called Pinhead in the first one. It was, I forget what his name was, some priest, a dark priest or something like that. So in the second one, they highlighted him a little bit more. I'm not necessarily saying the second one was a better movie. I like the first one better. It's just they found out that fans were drawn to Pinhead, so they started putting him more in this second, third, and fourth movie.
Well, that's the same for Friday the 13th.
Yeah, absolutely.
The first one is about the mom, and yes,
Pamela.
it's based on Jason, but then after that, it's like, nah, like let's do Jason, and then take that even a step further on the third one.
Yep.
He discovers the hockey mask, and now we have this whole different thing. So the sequels really became the iconic part of the movie, and, in my opinion, became better than the original concept. So
I really like Friday the 13th, the original.
Oh, the original is very good, but
Kevin Bacon, come on, he gets an arrow through the throat here.